Started off this way because they made a point in all the sources of saying how little clothed they were as I escaped. The fire in my feet has stopped, praise be the Lord, yet they are still cold, raw, and bleeding. My beloved Thomas sits beside me, wrapped in blankets, face mottled but slack, his eyes wild. I fear I must look the same. Oh, the shame! I know I should feel grateful for my life, but my face burns at the thought of my immodesty, forced out in mere night clothes, flesh only a husband should see displayed for all the world. And the savages, merciful God has saved the both of us, yet the pictures in my head haunt me. I knew nothing, peacefully asleep in my bed, when a shot, a shout, and the cries of the hideous savages raised me to wakefulness. Thomas pulled at me, ignoring my shrieks, and pushed me out the door. I fell to my knees in supplication, terrified as the naked Indians rushed through our town. We hid behind the woodpile, Thomas and I, as two of the devils burst through our doorway. Their heathen voices rose in anger to find no one there, and we were saved by the providence of God and Master Johnson, who raised his who raised his rifle and shot. I couldn't look. Thomas grabbed my hand and dragged me away, but the sound of Master Johnson's dying shriek followed us as we made our way out of the stockade. I do not know why we were spared. I must thank God and my Thomas, for I was paralyzed with terror. The sounds of axes hitting wood and chopping through flesh, the screams and groans of the grievously wounded and dying, and yet all I could think of was myself. We saw movement ahead of us. I almost screamed, but Thomas clapped his hand over my mouth, then grabbed my hand as we began to run south towards Hatfield. Oh, the sounds, the smell of fear and of blood followed us those long 12 miles. We ran, blinded by fear and panic, until I could stand no more. My feet, Thomas, I cried, they are frozen. He consoled me, encouraged me until we arrived here at Hatfield. Other survivors from Deerfield are trickling in. The rumors are terrible. Minister Williams and his family taken or murdered. Sergeant Stebbins butchered. The town fired and survivors forced to march. Dear God, what will become of them? How will they survive among the wicked? How will we rebuild? And what have we done to deserve this punishment?